All right, now we're doing the album cover design. So, you've seen me work on this piece. It's almost finished, but what I want to show you is how to glue down elements. All of these circles I made separately, and then I glued those down. And this, this element here, I'm going to be gluing it down right up there. So, to do this, get a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. I'm going to put some white glue on here, Elmer's glue. Don't put down an excessive amount. I usually like to do the leave the middle open somewhat, so I have somewhere to hold it down. And I'm going to take this all the way out to all the corners and all the sides. And I don't want it to move around, because if it moves around, the glue will get on the face of this cutout that I'm making. Okay. So make sure I really get it spread out. Also, by really spreading it out like this, that way it doesn't squeeze out all over the place when you go to stick it down. Actually, there should be a minimum amount of that. So, and then I'm going to finish the inside here. You want a nice, even distribution. Okay, after that's done, it'll start buckling on you, which is actually a good thing, because that'll help you be able to take it off the paper. All right. So, and it doesn't hurt to wait a few minutes before you actually put this down, so it doesn't slide. All right. But I'm not waiting a few minutes. So, I'm going to set this down on here. Whoop, sorry, I just got in the way of the lens. Now, the watercolor paper is pretty thick paper, so it'll have a tendency to buckle on you. Okay, until it really adheres down. This is why you should have standing by a. Normally I would put it down like this, okay, and push down like that. All right. Now, it's still, as you can see, it's coming up in this one corner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take wax paper again, put it on top of this, and I'm going to put this weight on top of it. You can also use a book or anything that's heavy to put this on, and you wait to hold it down. Sorry, and you wait for about half hour or so, and check to make sure it's in the right place. And you have to be very careful about putting the weight down. So when you put it down, it doesn't slide at all. Okay. So usually what I do is I wait for a few minutes to sort of let it adhere, and then like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Then I'll take this back off, check it, and then I might have a little bit of time to move it if I need to, and then put it back on. Okay. Okay, next. I'm going to let that sit there. I want to talk to you about, actually I have three album covers in the making. So you saw these figures last time. All right, this is from my homunculi series. So I did a series of washes for the background. The background I haven't resolved yet. I'm going to put an arch in here because just to break up that sort of asymmetry, or that symmetry that we have with this, or approximate symmetry that we have two figures on here, and then almost a dividing line down the center. Obviously, it's not. It is not equivocal balance. We don't have one side is not a mirror side of the other, but it is approximate symmetry because you have a central axis, vertical axis, and then on one side you have a figure on both sides, and also the background is, although it's very nuanced and gradation, still it's achromatic throughout. So anyway, so I would do, I can't put these down yet until I figure out the arch that's behind here, or a quarter of an arch. And then, and I also have thought about the fact that I'm going to put the name of the band, or put the name of the band down here, homunculi, and then the title maybe across the top, but I don't want to just have it too structured, okay, where it's just everything's in line, all right, and you'll see in just a moment. Yeah. And the title's going to be Aren't I Special? So yeah. Oh, and also, you notice this blue tape around here. This is what I use to anchor it down. I will tape this down on a surface, and actually I cut it out of the pad, the watercolor pad, but I ran the painter's tape all the way around because it creates a really nice border, okay? And also, after you're done painting, when you pull that off, you'll have a really crisp edge. And there's something about, which I'm going to show you in just right now, is this is my next album cover. I decided I wanted to do something for one of my dogs. Anyway, he has since passed. But, so I have the canine here, which is a St. Bernard mix. Let me get this off here. Okay, it's a St. Bernard mix, and you see I have a border around here, okay? And then I have another border around here, because I still have some work to do on this. So I will tape this down using the blue painter's tape, all right? And when I pull it off, and then when I'm going to cut it down along this edge here, okay? So I have it framed very much like what's happening here, okay? Having that nice white edge all the way around is a good thing for a couple reasons. If you ever intend to frame it, all right, that way you don't cut too far into the composition itself, okay? If you take the composition all the way out to the edge, that means at least a ½ inch all the way around is going to be cut out, okay? So, or that reduces your window tremendously. So, I already have this down, so yeah. Anyway, and also for an album cover, it used to be some album covers used to have this white edge to them. Okay, so I do have a name for this piece here. It's called BDGB. I'm sorry, BDGD. And what I've done is I did a drawing of St. Bernard mix. I went in with, first I went in with color pencil. I used denatured alcohol to spread it out, give it a little more painterly quality. Then I went back in with color pencils and brought up my depth a little bit more to show sinew and muscle. And then I went in, and then I also painted it out with, or removed the wax vehicle from it using my denatured alcohol or mineral spirits, whichever you prefer. And then I went back in with acrylic paint. Oh, okay. The entire background is all done with acrylic paint. All right. Now, so what I've done here, and these aren't painted yet, but this is going to be, essentially it's the name of the band. It's going to be arranged something like that. Be careful about crowding everything to the top. Okay. Oop. And I'm going to paint these letters before I put them down, or I could use these letters as templates and draw around them and then paint in there, okay? But I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I'm also going to, put these elements here, like that, just like that. And that's basically sort of it. And then, I think the title of the album, I'm not sure where I'm going to run that, maybe at the bottom, okay? But I also have to think about where I'm going to put my label. Now, I can put my record label on the back, if I wished, but I think I'm going to put it right here, and I haven't anchored it down yet. And I want it to create some contrast here, but I don't want it to draw too much attention to itself, okay? So, and I don't want it too big. So the name of my my record label is Dogleg Records. Okay? If you know anything about dogleg, it's an expression. If you talk about a dog leg, it's taking a sort of indirect route, okay, because of the bend in the leg it's referring to. So anyway, so this is in the making. So I have essentially, well, I have at least 2 album covers that I'm working on. All right, so I think that's it. Oh, Monday I will be posting how to adhere this down onto your album template, okay? And you'll be able to get spray fixative or spray adhesive rather at either Lowe's. Walmart also has it. I checked. So, okay.